Imagine two people who earn the exact same salary. They have the same job, the same opportunities, and they even live in the same city. But fast forward 10 years, one of them is financially free. They have investments, savings, and income that works for them, while the other is still stuck in the same cycle, living paycheck to paycheck. So, what happened? Did one of them suddenly get lucky? Did the other secretly inherit money from a rich uncle with 3 yachts and a private island? No. The real difference is something much more powerful: their thinking. Because wealthy people don't just have more money, they think about money in a completely different way. And that difference in thinking changes everything. Small differences in thinking may seem harmless at first, almost invisible. But over time, those tiny mental habits slowly create massive financial gaps between people. One person keeps repeating the same money decisions year after year, while another quietly builds habits that move them closer and closer to wealth. And eventually, those paths lead to completely different financial lives. So in this video, we're going to break down how wealthy people actually think about money, and more importantly, how you can start training your mind to think the same way. Because some of these ideas might completely change the way you see money forever. The first major difference is time horizon. Most people think about money in the short term. They focus on this weekend, this month, maybe the next vacation they want to take. Their financial choices are built around immediate comfort and quick rewards. But wealthy people think very differently. They think in years and decades, not days and weeks. Instead of asking, "What do I want right now?" they ask a far more powerful question: "Where will this decision put me 10 years from today?" Let's imagine you suddenly receive an extra $1,000. The average mindset immediately asks a simple question: what can I buy with this? Maybe a brand new phone, some new clothes, a few gadgets you've been wanting for a while. And before long, the money disappears. But the wealthy mindset asks a completely different question. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" they ask, "How can this money grow?" Because money works a lot like a seed. You can consume it today and enjoy a short moment of pleasure, or you can plant it. And over time, that small seed can grow into something much bigger. But unfortunately, most people don't plant their seeds. They eat the entire farm, then spend years wondering why nothing ever grows. Another big difference between wealthy people and everyone else is how they see purchases. Most people spend their money on things that slowly take money away from them. These are called liabilities. Things like expensive gadgets, luxury items, the newest phone, or anything that constantly drains your wallet after you buy it. Now, wealthy people also enjoy nice things. They're not avoiding comfort or luxury, but they usually follow a different order. Assets come first. Assets are things that put money into your pocket instead of taking it out. Things like businesses, investments, stocks, or rental properties. You can think of them as financial machines. Once they're built, they keep producing money day after day, even while you're sleeping. One of the biggest financial traps people fall into is something called lifestyle inflation. Here's how it quietly happens. You start earning more money. Maybe you get a raise, a promotion, or a better paying job. At first, it feels like a huge financial win, but slowly, your lifestyle begins to upgrade. You buy a better phone. You start wearing more expensive clothes. Maybe you move into a nicer apartment, add a few streaming subscriptions, start eating out more often. None of these changes seem like a big deal on their own, but little by little, your expenses rise right alongside your income. And before you realize it, something strange happens. Even though you're earning more than ever before, you still feel just as broke as you did before. Wealthy thinkers respond very differently when their income increases. For most people, earning more money usually means upgrading their lifestyle. A better phone, nicer clothes, a bigger apartment. But wealthy thinkers take a different approach. When their income goes up, the first thing they increase isn't their spending, it's their investments. They put more money into assets that can grow over time. Things like businesses, stocks, or other investments that build long-term wealth. They focus on strengthening their financial foundation before upgrading their comforts. Because the real goal isn't to look wealthy on the outside, the real goal is to actually become wealthy. And those two things are often very different. Another powerful wealth habit is delayed gratification. It means being willing to say no today, so you can say yes to something much bigger tomorrow. In a world built around instant rewards, this is becoming increasingly rare. With just one click, one swipe, or one delivery app, you can get almost anything immediately. And because of that, most people are constantly choosing comfort now instead of wealth later. But wealthy thinkers approach decisions differently. Before spending money, they pause for a moment and ask themselves a powerful question. Should I buy this right now? Not simply, can I afford it? Because they understand that every dollar spent today is a dollar that could have been invested, grown, and multiplied in the future. Most people spend their lives chasing money. They work longer hours, take extra shifts, hustle harder and harder, all just to earn a little more income. But wealthy people think about money very differently. Instead of chasing it, they focus on building systems that produce it. Because when you chase money, you're trading your time for income. More hours worked, more effort, more stress. And the moment you stop working, the money stops too. But systems work even when you don't. A business that runs daily. Investments that grow over time. Digital products sold online. Even a YouTube channel earning views around the clock. These are income machines. Once built, they can keep generating money, even while you sleep. Wealthy people invest heavily in knowledge. Books, skills, education, because knowledge multiplies your income potential. Every new thing you learn becomes a tool you can use to create more value in the world. A new skill can increase your salary. A new idea can grow into a profitable business. And sometimes, a single new perspective can completely change the direction of your financial future. That's why successful people never stop learning. They read constantly. They study new industries. They develop new abilities. Because they understand something most people overlook. Your income rarely grows beyond your level of thinking. When your thinking expands, your decisions improve. And better decisions, repeated over time, create better opportunities, greater income, and a completely different financial life. Many people believe wealthy individuals take huge, reckless risks. But that's not actually how wealth is built. The truth is, most successful people take calculated risks. Before they move, they gather information. They research the market. They study the numbers. They learn from people who have already done it before. They spend time preparing so they understand both the potential reward and the possible downside. And then, when the right opportunity finally appears, they don't hesitate. They take action with confidence. Because in the long run, wealth rarely comes from playing life completely safe. It usually comes from being prepared enough to take the right risk at the right time. Here's the truth most people miss. Wealth isn't built by one big decision. It's built by thousands of small decisions over time. Every purchase, every investment, every habit, every choice moves you closer to wealth or further away from it. So, next time you're about to make a financial decision, ask yourself one simple question: what would a wealthy thinker do? Your future self might thank you, probably from a beach somewhere.